general grasp of being in the wets and the whole thing about it. I mean, because I mean, from the outside, it looks like a magical story. It looks like a magical experience.
Yeah, it has had its well documented issues. I mean, obviously, Marty's own issues have been extremely well documented, and he's been interviewed endlessly about it. Fortunately, he's doing well. He's been clean and for a long time, and he's fit and healthy. I haven't seen him or heard anything from him since the gig at Edinburgh Castle in 2017, where unknown to any of us, he had already decided he was leaving the band. So I got a surprise extended hug from him on stage, and I thought, what was that all about? And then it was only a couple of weeks on, his management put out a unilateral announcement in the press saying he'd left. I heard about it from a fan in Holland who sent me a text saying, "Is it true what they're saying in the paper?" And I went, "What are you talking about? What are they saying?" "Marty's left. He's left the band." I was like, "Oh, I've not heard anything about it," and it was in the press. So that I thought at that point, well, that's it. It's over, and the guys were keen to try and find a singer and carry on, and I was thinking it's not going to happen. And then Kevin appeared at a audition, and he sang, and he romped through 10 songs, and it was like that could have been a gig. No rehearsal, no anything. Came in and nailed an entire set, and he was brilliant. And we thought, oh, well, that's a bit of a game changer, isn't it? Yeah, and it's carrying on from there.
How does it feel though? I mean, with Marty leaving the way he did, Graeme, I can see that clearly bothered you. But I mean, was that? Did you feel that Marty handled that in the right way? Do you think he would have been better sitting down with the band and explaining these reasons and purposes and what he was planning to do, or do you think that doing it through the press and the media and all the rest of it and just the hug was the right way to go? Or I mean, because I mean, it's an institution. I mean, when you guys,
totally, yeah,
you know,
yeah, it was. I've no idea how. I have an idea, and I have my own speculations on why it happened the way it happened, and it all would have been tied up with his personal management company advising him, and I have my own speculations about the whys and wherefores of the agendas behind what happened, and I'll not say anything more than I don't think it worked out according to their plan.
Well, see, the thing is, when you say Marti Pellow, I mean, when people, I mean, I've met Marty a few times, and when you think about Marti Pellow, you know, the next, you know, we're talking about words, but the next thing you say after Marti Pellow is wet, wet, wet. I mean, and it will never change from that. He's never going to have more success than he had with Wet, Wet, Wet. And no disrespect to Marty, he's a brilliant singer and stuff, but I mean, he's never going to have more success than he had with Wet, Wet, Wet. I mean, and so I always think that when people go on these journeys, shall we? I mean, I think he should have always, if he had planned to do some, I mean, I know he had done a lot of solo things, theatres things, and various other things, but I think if he had planned to do that, he should have always left the door open a little bit for himself. But I mean, it was a bit silly to close the door. But nonetheless, we'll move on from that.
Yeah,
but
we are where we are, as they say.